It's crazy for me to think about this now, but I used to take over 4 hours to fall asleep pretty much every single night of the week. My mind would race the second that I closed my eyes. I would be tossing and turning, so restless. And I had tried everything: supplements, sleep schedules, breathing exercises that never seemed to work. But now I fall asleep in 3 breaths, 60 seconds before I even have a chance to even think about it. So in this video, I'm going to teach you the exact technique that I use every night so that you can do this too and fall asleep instantly. So stop researching sleep supplements, stop researching sleeping pills or other medications. This one simple breathing technique trains your brain to shift into the sleep state on command. And yes, this works, but you have to practice it, okay? Because what I'm going to teach you here is how to control your brain waves, and that is a skill that you can train. Let me explain what I mean by that. Your brain is electrical. It is constantly emitting electrical signals, and these signals can be measured. When doctors do sleep studies, they place electrodes on your scalp to track your brain's electrical activity, and these patterns are called brainwaves. And your brainwave state determines how you feel. You either feel alert, you feel calm, you can feel anxious, or you can be asleep, and it all shows in your brainwave activity. There are a few main brainwave states, and the ones that you need to know are these ones. The beta brainwave. This is where you're alert, you're active, and you're focusing on something. This is where your brain lives most of the day. But when you're stressed and anxious, you shift into an even faster version called high beta, which is a hyper alert state. And that is why your mind races when you close your eyes at night. Next, we have the alpha brainwave. This is where you're calm, but you're still awake. You're calm and relaxed. This is the bridge to sleep. This is the sweet spot that we're going to be working with. Then you have the theta brainwave, which is a light sleep, and you have the delta brainwave, which is a deep sleep. And here's the key. If you're lying in bed, but you have all this mental activity, you have a lot of thoughts, it means you're still in a beta brainwave. And your brain can't just jump from beta into sleeping. It has to gradually slow down first from beta to alpha, then to theta, which is the sleep brainwave. So if you want to fall asleep quickly, you need to train your brain to shift into the alpha brainwave on command. And that is exactly what this breathing technique does. And with enough practice, you can do this in just 3 breaths and fall asleep almost instantaneously. So I named this the hold it breathing technique. It is super simple, super powerful. And here's how it works. Step number 1, you take a deep breath, you inhale deeply. But here is where it gets interesting. You hold it before exhaling. You hold your breath. You pause and you hold it as long as you can. And you might want to exhale sooner, but I want you to keep holding it. And it gets easier the more that you do it. But essentially, so you inhale and you hold it. Then after you hold it long enough, you can exhale slowly. And then before you inhale, you're going to hold it again. You're going to wait. You're going to exhale all the air out of you. And then you're not going to breathe. You're going to still hold your breath. But if we do this in a relaxed way, okay, it gets easier the more you do it. At first, your brain is going to be like, why aren't we breathing? We need oxygen. But it's because you're in this hyperactive state. Once you do this a couple times, you're going to be able to hold your breath longer and it actually won't feel uncomfortable at all. So all you do is you repeat this cycle. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, hold it. And the key part is to just relax your body as much as possible while you're doing this. Don't tense up. You're not going to pass out. Just relax into it. And you'll notice that with more repetitions, you'll be able to hold your breath longer and longer, and the discomfort will go away. And you might fall asleep right in the middle of it. I also want you to understand the science behind why this works so that you can trust the process and stick with it. When you hold your breath like this, you're doing something called breath retention. And breath retention has a calming effect on the nervous system. It signals to your brain, we're not in danger. There is no emergency, which therefore gives your nervous system permission to slow down and go into the rest and digest state, which needs to happen to fall asleep. So when your brain gets that message, it shifts out of the high beta, the anxious, racing thoughts, and it shifts into the alpha state, which is the calm and relaxed state. And from there, sleep just happens all on its own because the alpha brainwave is the brainwave that you're in when you're falling asleep. So that's why I love this technique. Breathing is something that is entirely in your control. Your brain is the control center. And by changing your breathing, you can tap directly into the control center and calm your brain down. Change your breathing and you change your brain. So this breathing technique is incredibly powerful all on its own. And for a lot of people, this is all they need to transform their sleep. But if you're someone who's had trouble sleeping for a really long time, what's really common is that your nervous system and your brain develop a habit that you should be alert at night. So when that happens, there are other things you can do to really break the subconscious root cause of your sleep issues. And that's what I help my clients do. And I also have a free masterclass where I walk you through the framework for retraining your brain at the subconscious level so sleep becomes easy and automatic again. So you can find that link to the masterclass in the description. And if you want to understand the root causes of why insomnia happens in the first place, watch this video next. I break down the 4 insomnia traps that almost everyone falls into and how to get out of them. It's an Insomnia 101 training, and it'll help everything we talked about today make even more sense. You can watch it right here.